Hello everyone. Today, I will tell you a story that is very painful. She loved him with all her heart, but one day, he vanished without a word. This is the story of promises broken and how she discovered the strength she never knew she had. She never expected to fall in love that deeply. It started with a simple hello, a casual smile exchanged in a crowded cafe. But sometimes, the smallest moments change a life forever. He had a way of making her feel noticed, like she was the only person in the world. He listened to her dreams, laughed at her silly jokes, and made ordinary days feel magical. They shared stories about childhood, about places they wanted to visit, about the people they hoped to become. Each conversation brought them closer, and every touch left her heart racing. He held her hand once, softly, and said, "I will never leave you. I promise, forever." Her heart leapt at those words. She believed them, with all her being. Weeks turned into months, and months into seasons. Every morning, she waited for his messages. Every night, she hoped to see his name on her phone. And most of the time, he was there, smiling in texts, sending photos, making her feel alive. But as time passed, she noticed small cracks. A delayed reply here, a forgotten call there. Little things that once would have been unnoticeable suddenly felt like signs of distance. She tried to ignore them. She told herself it was just stress, just work, just life. But deep down, a quiet worry started growing in her heart. Then one evening, he called, but didn't speak much. His voice was distant, almost cold. She asked if everything was okay, and he whispered, "I'm fine," then hung up abruptly. The next few days were silent. Her phone stayed quiet. No messages, no calls, no explanation. She replayed every word he ever said. "I will never leave you. Forever." The promises that had once made her heart soar now felt like distant echoes in a room she no longer recognized. She cried quietly, holding on to the hope that he would come back, that he would explain, that he would tell her everything was a mistake. But no one came. And slowly, painfully, she realized that sometimes love doesn't end with a bang. Sometimes it fades quietly, without warning, without reason. She remembered the nights she stayed up, waiting for his message, refreshing her phone 100 times, dreaming that he would write, "Sorry, I'm here now." And yet, the phone stayed silent, and with each passing day, her heart ached more. Not because he had left, but because she had trusted him completely. She walked through the empty streets, in the rain, feeling the weight of every promise that had been broken. She thought about the plans they had made, the dreams they had shared, the laughter that now only echoed in her memory. But in the quiet, between the tears, she discovered something else. A small voice inside her whispered, "You are stronger than you think." She didn't need him to define her. She didn't need his love to feel whole. She realized that the love she had given him was also love she could give herself. And so she started to heal, slowly, day by day. She smiled at the sunrise again, She laughed at jokes on the street. She let the memories exist, but no longer let them control her. Months passed, and she felt lighter. Her heart was still tender, but it no longer ached constantly. She carried the lessons of love, of heartbreak, of hope, and she let them make her stronger. One day, she walked past the cafe where they had met. She paused, smiled softly, and whispered to herself, "Thank you for teaching me how deeply I can love, and how strong I can be when love leaves." She didn't hate him. She didn't resent him. She simply understood that some people come into your life for a season, to teach you lessons, and then leave. And in that understanding, she found freedom. A freedom she had never known before. A freedom to love herself, to dream again, to trust again. He had promised forever, but forever was something she now realized could only begin with herself. And so she walked forward, head high, heart open, ready for a love that would not vanish in silence, ready for life that she could embrace fully, and ready to never let anyone's absence define her worth again. She had loved him deeply, truly, entirely, and in letting go, she had discovered the greatest love of all, her own.